Hello, this is Nesto. Some of you may know me as Coach Nesto from UWWBB.com, the only site that exclusively covers UW women's basketball. Today, my guest is AJ Marotte, 2021 commit to Washington, part of Jody Wynn's super recruiting class. AJ is a tall wing and explosive scorer from the Austin, Texas area, and she has agreed to play 5 questions in 5 minutes to help us all get to know her better. Let's get started. When and how did the Washington staff first contact you to show interest, and what coaches primarily recruited you?
So it was early in my junior year, a little after September 1st, they first contacted me.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking mostly to Coach Reed.
Okay.
And, honestly, the first couple of conversations weren't even about basketball. We were just chatting, getting to know each other, and I really liked that about him.
Mm-hmm.
And then around January, February-ish, like that next year, they offered me. And,
Okay.
Yeah. And then I committed, right before the summer.
Yeah, I was going to say you committed, I think, March 31st, I believe. So it was, I don't know, I had the impression that Washington was kind of in early on you. Is that the case, or had you received a lot of recruiting interest before then?
They were one of the last schools to offer me before.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they kind of take their time. They have a whole process that they go through.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, what's going on? And then I was like, okay. Coach Jody kind of explained it to me, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of wondered because I know that you, in some circles, it seems like you came out of nowhere, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Can you name something you learned about the Washington basketball program that was important for you to know before you committed?
Well, obviously it's, Washington is pretty far from Texas, so having like a good relationship with those coaches and having like a nice family environment is super important to me.
Right.
And I never actually got to go to campus. I haven't been on a visit yet.
Okay.
But they came for a home visit right before everything kind of shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And just I felt so comfortable with them, like immediately. It was so it just all felt so natural, so I really appreciated that. And yeah,
You're from Austin. You're from the Austin area, is that right? Or Okay, so who came to your home? Was that Jody and Coach Jody and Coach Paul, or
it was Coach Jody and Coach Derek?
Oh, Coach Derek came. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. So obviously that went well.
Yeah.
Despite COVID's major impact, you had an impressive summer basketball performance, playing your way onto the ESPN Top 100 rankings. How did you prepare for a successful summer?
Well, at first, before everything happened, my plan was to commit after the summer season, just to finish out the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But then, we found out everything was kind of shut down. At this point, when I committed, I didn't really know that we were going to play at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just, Washington was where I wanted to go. So I just made my decision.
Mm-hmm.
And then, honestly, just, they told us basketball was happening, and it didn't really change that much. It, obviously felt more comfortable because that pressure is relieved. But
oh, right. You think that helped your performance? Because I know, as I was saying, you were ranked, but I don't think ESPN was necessarily paying attention as far as ranking you. And then obviously you shot up to top 100, number 63 actually on their list, which was released maybe about a week ago. I will say that I did write ahead of time that you were a top 60 player if I ever saw one. So I still think you're ranked a little bit lower than what I expected, but still that's a good ranking. So. Do you think your performance this summer was kind of like playing freely, or what, or was it still like something to prove during the summer?
I think it was a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
I've always just kind of been, nobody really pays attention that much, so I was just doing my thing, and then I guess it worked.
Yeah, it definitely did. Okay, well, that's great. Congratulations on everything, because that's
Thank
just even making that list is a huge accomplishment. So that was really good.
You have built a solid reputation as an explosive scorer. What is another strength of your game that might be overlooked?
On my school team right now and in AAU, I'm a big rebounder. People don't think about that as much, but I'm longer, so it's pretty easy for me. It's one of my strengths.
Are you you're about 6'1" or?
Yeah, 6'1".
What are your goals, individual and team, for your senior season?
We have less games this season, obviously, so I want to make the most of it with my, last year. Most of the team is seniors anyways, so I want to, make a lot of memories with them. And we want to go far because we only play about 25 regular season games as opposed to 30.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal is to go undefeated in district again. We'll see how that goes. Last year, our district was kind of all over the place, so we'll see.
Is there anything else unrelated to basketball that you like to do?
That's a tough one.
Not really.
Usually it's just going and play at a park or something, or watching Netflix, but that's pretty boring.
Yeah. No passions other than basketball, really? Or nothing.
I guess I just hang out with my friends. That's about it. Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much just basketball.
Basketball and training. Okay, sounds good. So you looks like you're just getting ready for that transition to college basketball, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to you joining the Huskies. And like I said, it was great meeting you, and we'll hopefully talk down the road, maybe when your season is in play, and see how things are going. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks a lot, AJ.
Thank you.
You're welcome.